Many people in my personal life and online have made it clear to me that they think my position as an agnostic atheist and as a skeptic of supernatural claims is a close-minded one. I've been told that I will never notice the subtle signs of the supernatural at work because I'm simply not open to them. Another way people will express this is to suggest that I've sincerely asked their God to reveal himself. They insist that if I'm open enough to it, I'll receive all the evidence I need. There are a number of misunderstandings to notice here about my personal position. First of all, I don't think our individual perceptions are very reliable, so I don't think this is a very useful method to demonstrate the supernatural. Without independent verifiability, anything I perceive that I couldn't explain would be more likely the result of a hallucination than anything supernatural. See, we already know hallucinations exist. So if I did feel what people call the Holy Ghost, for instance, I wouldn't necessarily attribute that feeling to the Holy Ghost. And why should I? It would be one thing if everyone who claimed to have felt this could agree on religious doctrine. Then we would be approaching something that looked like independent verifiability. But they don't agree. In fact, the disparity between views is exactly as it would appear if no one was getting any divine guidance. It's bigger than that, though. This philosophical notion that we can somehow discover truths with nothing more than our own feelings or personal experience is, frankly, naive and irresponsible. We know we are prone to confirmation bias, wishful thinking, and other logical pitfalls. Historically, the attention people have given to the subtle signs of the gods has gotten a lot of virgins thrown into a lot of volcanoes. Perfectly good virgins. Okay, it's true that not all misguided beliefs lead you quite as wayward as that. Indeed, there are some cultures that haven't ever sacrificed anyone because of their ridiculous superstitions. Some cultures only thought they had to dance a certain way because of their ridiculous superstitions. And you could say, what's the harm in believing that dancing causes rain? The harm comes when standards of evidence are minimized, and truth becomes an afterthought. The bottom line is, if Indian rain dancing really was effective, I should be able to open nightclubs all across Indian reservations and live off the flood insurance. That would definitely constitute independent verifiability. But these people thought they noticed a pattern in nature, and they accepted a claim about how it worked. And for generations they danced. They danced their way to tighter buns and a sexier midriff. Then one day someone got a blister, sat down for a while, and lo and behold, it rained anyway. But by the time that day came, they had been on a centuries-long wild goose chase. And it's not unreasonable to say that this false belief could have actually dissuaded them from pursuing this mystery further. The water table could have just as easily been discovered in the Americas as in the Middle East. In this way, the acceptance of a claim lends itself more easily to close-mindedness than the rejection of a claim. Open-mindedness is actually a byproduct of skepticism. You know what's sure to stop a question dead in its tracks? An answer, of course. But you know what works just as well? A wrong answer. Any focal point, once fixed upon, blurs its surroundings. Likewise, any claim, once accepted, pushes everything else into the background. A skeptic is simply someone who has drawn fewer conclusions than your average person. This means we are more open to the possibilities and more willing to await the evidence.